Here's something nobody really warns you about as your productions grow. The thing that causes your shots is not always your camera or your lens. A lot of the time is that your crew cannot hear each other properly on location. I found that out properly at a church concert. A room so loud, my watch was warning me about the noise level. My crew could hear me clearly right through it, some of them standing right next to very loud speakers. I reviewed quite a few wireless intercoms, and I'll be straight with you, this is the best one I've ever used so far. I'm your filmmaker. Saramonic sent me this kit. They have not seen this video. They don't even get to see this video before it goes live. Links to this headset and the description below. And also, please sub if you enjoyed the video. This is the Saramonic WiTalk 9X. Here's what the room actually sounded like, and trust me, it sounded worse than what you hear.
Darling Jesus, oh my darling Jesus, you're a wonderful God.
Joe had the single ear headset version while roaming with a gimbal. At times, Joe would have to move in front of very loud speakers close to the stage and still able to hear me clearly from the WiTalk 9X. There was a moment I signaled to Joe to step out and take a break through the headset. He walked straight out of the building, still wearing the headset, and told us to notify him when we needed him back. He stayed connected the entire time, well past what I expected the range to hold. And the latency, the spec sheet says 35 milliseconds. In that room, at that volume, directing in real time, I genuinely could not feel any delay. It felt instant. And this is something I haven't experienced on any other wireless intercom headset I've tried. So how is this headset doing that in a room where loud enough to trigger a hearing warning on my watch? So Saramonic built this around something they call ClearTalk 2.0, a dual microphone array. One mic captures the voice, the second mic samples the noise around you, and a dedicated AI chip on board separates the two in real time, and something that is constant with most Saramonic audio devices like Saramonic ASE, which I just reviewed on the channel. I'll link out in the description. The claim is up to 40 decibels of noise reduction, and from what I heard in that room, that number is not just marketing. It's real stuff. You can wear it either way, but I like my mic to come from the left side. Now, there's a small screwdriver in the kit you can use to quickly change from a dual to single or from single to dual. And Saramonic says this takes about 10 seconds. Now, the original WiTalk 9 locked you into single ear only. On a real production, that could be a limitation because your camera operator and your sound recordist do not have the same working condition. One wants a free ear, one wants full isolation. Now, one system serves both. And because every part is modular, that extends to repairs too. A one-hour ear cushion or headband gets replaced easily on its own. You're not replacing the whole thing. Over a couple of years of hard use, that actually saves you money. Now, Femi is the other friend I test this, and this is where the modularity really showed himself. Femi started on the dual ear headset, but he's got a big afro and the headband just could not extend far enough to sit properly over his hair. So Femi and Joe swapped their headsets. Femi took the single ear, Joe took the dual ear. Femi says that the WiTalk 9X is a good headset, but didn't like the fit, joking it's not designed for people with his big head. His big afro. The single ear didn't sit well for him on his ear, which affected how well he could hear, and he flagged that as an issue in a loud environment. And to be honest, Femi's right. The configuration we had on him that day just didn't sit well on him. And now looking back and thinking about that, I wish I had the helmet ready version on me. I'll show you. It goes that way at the back of your hair, so it doesn't go on top. It goes just underneath the helmet, and I'm sure it would have sat differently. It would have gone in under his hair instead of trying to clamp over it, and I suspect it would have solved the fit and the hearing problem. But unfortunately, I didn't have it on me, so I didn't get to test that configuration on Femi's head that day. But what I can say is that this is exactly the kind of situation the modularity is built for. Having the right configuration in your bag for whoever is actually on your crew goes a long way. Let me adjust this thing. Maybe the Saramonic headband goes up there, or maybe at the back. I don't know, but I'm just going to hold this way for the remainder, maybe whenever I take it off. I also want to use this opportunity to mention weight here because it matters more than the number suggests. This one, the master headset with dual, is about 172 grams. After about 10 minutes on set, I genuinely forgot I had it on, and it's the lightest wireless intercom headset I've used. It's also IPX4 rated, so light rain, splashes and sweat on a hot exterior day is covered. Now I wasn't expecting the next feature to become my favorite, and it's the announce button on the master headset, the orange one. You can see this is the only one that has the orange color, and it is this little orange button that you can rotate to increase or reduce the volume. And one press on the master headset and you're broadcasting to the entire crew of headsets simultaneously, and every other headset automatically mutes until you release this button. So I hold it down and 1, 2, 3, sound, audio, light, come over to me. And no one talks over you, no one misses the call. On a set where you need everyone's attention right without being cut through, that's the cleanest way you can ever direct a crew. And the Saramonic mobile app ties all of this together. Every headset connected, individual battery levels, mute, unmute per person, all from your mobile phone. Being able to check battery levels across the whole crew before rolling is something that is extremely valuable on set. Saramonic also have a 2.5mm to a 3.5mm TRRS adapter, so you can run your own preferred earphones with a mic inset, which is useful if you need to stay discreet on the documentary or close to talent. Also, with just a headset alone, you can communicate with up to 9 people straight out of the box. But if your crew grows larger than 9 people, you need to add the WiTalk base, which I don't have, and you can scale it to 16. Link 4 of those bases and you add 64 users across multiple groups. Now, one thing worth knowing about the WiTalk9X is that it runs on a 1.9 GHz DECT and not the crowded 2.4 GHz band that's so popular. That's your Wi-Fi, your wireless mics, and everyone's phone hotspot are all fighting for. On a busy set or on a wedding day, that's exactly the interference that makes cheaper systems drop out. This one sits well clear of it, and the range is up to 400 meters. That's more than 3 football fields. Maybe 4 or 5, because the football field is about 130 meters. This 400 meters, let's say about over 4 football fields, which, like I earlier mentioned, held up when Joe walked out of the building onto the street. Now let me show you guys, because this review isn't worth much if it only tells you what worked. I wear glasses if you know me forever, and the arms on the glasses sit behind my ears. So after prolonged use with the WiTalk9X, and even though it's really a light headset, they can even forget you have it on you. What I noticed in my situation is that after prolonged use, the headset presses my ear against the glasses arm at the top part of my ear, and that starts to ache after a while. And I found this only with the left side. That's the one genuine comfort issue I've found so far. So if you wear glasses like me, it's worth knowing before a full shooting day. But this may not be an issue with others that wear glasses. This was just my own personal experience, and maybe that might be due to how strong the metal band is that keeps the headset on your head all day. Trust me, with this metal band on the WiTalk9X, there is absolutely no falling off. I reached out to Saramonic and they responded to remind me that there are the different ear muff in the kit, and I checked, and yes, so you have these foamy ones. I had the previous one on, which didn't sit well on my left side, and it's very easy to change. So that's it. That's the one I don't like. All you have to do is twist anti-clockwise and it comes up. So that's it. Didn't sit very well on me. So change that by twisting and unhooking it, and you can put on the foamy one, and this one fits very well and very comfortable. And I tested it. I wore it while editing up to 2 hours, and I didn't feel any pain where my left glasses arm does sit just behind my ear. There's also one feature I would have loved, and that is being able to patch in your scratch audio so you can monitor what you're recording while still talking to your crew. The older WiTalk9 could do this through the link cable. That's not possible on the 9X. Well, so far I haven't found that possible on the 9X, at least on the headsets alone without the base. I couldn't find a way to do it. If there's a workaround, maybe through the base, please let me know in the comments. It may not matter to everyone. As usually, on bigger production sets, that's a dedicated audio person's job. But if you run lean, it's worth knowing. This also isn't cheap. A 5-person kit sits around $900. A 9-person dual ear configuration is at $1,800. So if you're a solo shooter who occasionally brings on a camera assistant for a day, this probably isn't your next purchase. And if you follow me on this channel, you know I've reviewed a lot of gear and most of it goes back in the box. This definitely isn't. It's already part of my kit now, and honestly, that's probably the biggest compliment I can give any piece of kit. I'm not gonna lie, I did not think I needed this until I used it, and that's exactly what I said at the start of this video. Standing in the room so loud, my watch thought I was in danger. This is the best intercom system I've personally used. If it's usually just you and one other person on camera sets, you know you don't need this yet, but keep it your radar for when your production grows, and it will grow. Watch out for the next video where I review the Saramonic ASE at the Arsenal Parade, another very loud and fun environment to film in. Let me know your honest thoughts. Don't forget to like and sub if you enjoyed, and as usual, it's your filmmaker. Don't forget to share this video. I'll see you in the next one. God bless and peace.